I find that a lot of times when women are struggling getting that second date, it could be because they just were not feminine enough. Like and not even that, it's hard to just say that right away. But usually, if a man was able to tell them what was going on, it'd be that there just wasn't an attraction. I don't feel, you know, you're not, that woman is not really inspiring anything in the man. And so these 5 tips hopefully will help you get, your second dates. So the first tip, if you see me looking down, since my paper is here and I have to look at it to give y'all to deliver these 5 tips to you guys. All right, so first one is prepare. When you're really trying to be intentional and date with a purpose, whatever that purpose is to you, you should have that purpose really clear in your mind, where you start getting ready maybe 3-4 hours in advance, so you have time to do your makeup, pick your outfit, take a shower, a long shower, do your hair, put on your false lashes. Sometimes you have to account a little extra time to put your lashes on, if that's something that's part of your routine, so that you make sure that you are fully prepared and ready for this first meeting. So I want to encourage you guys to really take the time to be deliberate in the way that you prepare for your date. There was a trend going around where people were referring to men and this notion of be his piece, right? Which I was happy to hear about, because I think that there are a couple things coming to light that maybe we weren't considering before, and now they are showing themselves as important. Just leave that there. But be his piece, that's one of them. So when a man is looking for a woman to be with long term, a really critical element is her ability to be his light in the darkness, his oasis, there's just so many different terms that men use. His home, his happy place, his comfort. All of those things require that you have prepared yourself, meaning that you're not coming to the date like you're calling your sister after a bad day at work. You see what I'm saying? That is not what is going to get someone to be, attracted enough to you to feel like they want to get to know you more. Okay, the important thing at the first date is them wanting to get to know you more. So you want to make sure that if you need to unload emotionally, you've done that already. It's nice to talk. I love talking to a girlfriend before a date, just to get in the right mind space. Make sure that if I really want to talk, I empty that out, so that when I go to the date, I'm already empty, so that I am in a position to be receptive. That is feminine. And your masculine partner, whoever is going to receive that, when you come there empty, you're not coming there spilling over with all your issues and all that. You've kind of settled everything, you're peaceful, and you're in the mood to receive whatever he has brought to the table. So so that is, your makeup routine, your hair, doing it deliberately, slowly, and really being conscious about the preparation time that it takes to be ready for a date. And that is mostly, the physical, of course, because you do want to come there and be brilliant and beautiful and radiant, because those are qualities that he's looking for. But you definitely also want to make sure that you've prepared your mind, you've prepared your heart, that both those things are in a place where they can be able to connect with a man's mind and heart. You know what I'm saying? You just want to be able to really connect, and that requires that you've done some work beforehand. You can't come after you're already beat down, tore down, tired. No, because you're not going to be showing up in your brilliance. Okay? So first tip is to prepare. Find your piece to be his piece. That's what that's the little thing I wrote next to it, so that'll hopefully help you out. Second thing, this is the most obvious thing. Can you guess? So you want to wear feminine colors, jewelry, perfume. Yes, those 3 things in that order, okay? Feminine colors. I know there's been a trend. Shout out to beautiful Kardashian sisters who put neutrals on the map. And now I feel like we as women are stuck in neutral. No, thank you. There are so many beautiful colors here to express so many different energies, emotions, and it's just really critical that we dabble into that. To make this video, I definitely put on something pink, something feminine, so I could tune into the energy that I want to be emitting to you guys. So likewise, when you're going on your dates, you want to be dressed and adorned in a way that is feminine. Not only does that remind you that you're feminine, it reminds him that you're feminine, and that just makes the polarity game keep going because everybody understands the position that they're supposed to play. So yes, we're feminine colors. Jewelry. I've already talked about jewelry in the last femininity video. I'm gonna keep echoing it till I see more jewelry on the people, on everyone in the world. When everyone in the world is blinged out, maybe we'll stop talking about jewelry. But you see I have a couple pieces on. There is just something so beautiful about the way our jewelry catches light. It brings attention, it brings excitement, stimulation. All those things are critical in emitting that feminine aura, you know what I'm saying? And even in your mind, connecting to that fact that I am brilliant, I am something to be seen, I am attractive, I attract great masculine men to me all day, every day. Perfume, please put on perfume. There's just nothing like that full sensory experience of someone looking good, smelling good, tasting good, feeling good. You know what I'm saying? At that point, you're at the buffet, like you're getting everything. And though, some of us, we may not go to buffets anymore. I'm not a huge buffet person. But there is something about going to a place and feasting, you know what I'm saying? Where, there is just so much to be had. And, masculine men are very attracted to that. So if you got the feminine colors on, you got the jewelry, you got the perfume, it keeps everybody on the same page. You will notice people are interacting with you differently. People are receiving you differently. You're being received differently. You're receiving differently. Everything is different when you, change how you're being perceived via your personal style and how you decide to style yourself. When it comes to the mission of dating, feminine colors are critical. Jewelry, perfume, all those things are critical. Do all three. Okay, next thing. All right, this one is more of our inside work again. You want to soften, relax, and abandon the mind mission. So what does that mean? That is going to look like, first of all, softening. So even your posture, you want to relax. You don't want to be so uptight, so tense. Have you ever been on a date and the guy's like, are you okay? Like, are you okay? Are you okay? Usually you're not okay. Hopefully you're not in danger. You're definitely not in danger. But maybe, I don't know, you might need to use the bathroom. Maybe you're unfamiliar with the territory. Maybe there's a funny smell. And that tension is so visible. Especially men, I think they can see it more in us than we could probably see in each other. You know what I'm saying? Because they just have that eye. So immediately he's gonna realize, like if you're coming on a date, you wanna make sure you soften. So that if you wanna do some like stretching, especially if you sit all day or you do something all day where you're not moving a lot, you wanna get that energy moving again so it's not trapped, up here and you're looking really scary. Nothing, you want nice, soft shoulders, soft features, soft speech. All those things are going to really intrigue the person that you're talking to. Relax. That's gonna be done by breathing. That's the best way to relax. Just to take, nice big breaths when you need it, when you're feeling overwhelmed all the time. And definitely before your date, you wanna make sure you've relaxed. Sometimes you get all huffy, especially if you're driving to the date, you're in the car and it's the last few moments before you meet and you just get all jittery. You just wanna relax. Tell yourself everything's okay, relax, so that you're not coming to him with nervous energy, because that's another thing that men can find, unattractive, is that nervous energy, where it feels like maybe you're unsure, and that makes them feel like they should be suspicious of you. You know, nervous energy makes everyone suspicious. So drop the nervous energy and abandon the mind mission. So that one is really critical. A lot of times, you know, we've done our internet stalking research on the person that we're gonna be dating, and so we have all these preconceived notions and everything, but I really want to urge you ladies to go on your dates and really abandon all of that. You want to go there, especially on a first date. A first date is bliss. To me, I love first dates. It's almost sad when you realize like no more first dates. Like it's just like there's something so exciting about meeting someone for the first time. You let go of expectation, you know, go there and just be open and see what you can find out, be curious, be excited, and you'll notice that that'll be a better wavelength. And that'll take us to the fourth one, right? Please, ladies, please cut the interview. Oh my gosh, I've seen this so much, and I'm so confused by it every time I see it. So I really don't know what's going. It makes me like so awkward when I see women on interviews and they are drilling these men like question after question after question after question, and I'm just like, where's the enjoyment? Where's the excitement? Where's that? Like this is like not fun anymore. And first dates are literally supposed to be nothing but fun. Like, I mean, of course, we're on a mission to figure out some things, but we don't have to figure them out today. Duh, that's the definition of this. This is just initial. This is just to clear the air between us, just to, you know, get us together and just see what is really going on. But there is nothing that you need to figure out on this first date that is going to be so critical. You know what I'm saying? You really want to give it a time for y'all just to enjoy his essence, see what he's bringing to the table as far as his energy, the type of man he is, the way he's carrying himself, the way he's treating the staff. I think first dates are really an opportunity for us as women to be observant and delightful and all those things. And you'll notice that your first dates go a lot better. You don't need to go there with a list of questions. What's your 5-year plan? What's your 10-year plan? That on the first time you're meeting somebody, they're just like, you know, like, why do you want to know? How do you know you want to know? How do you know that you want to know? There are some people you meet them and you already know you don't need to know. I don't need to know your 5-year plan. I don't need to know your 10-year plan because I'm not gonna be anyway. So first dates, don't be so, it feels like you're too invested. It feels like you're clingy. It feels like you're efforting. That's the word I've written down here. So when we think of our feminine energy from our last video, we want to be receptive. Receptive is receiving. It's not completely passive, but you know, it's not completely active either. You know, it can go either way, but you can't say that it's always active or it's always passive. But you're efforting. It's so penetrating when someone is just asking you question after question. It's very penetrating. It feels like you know you're being examined, and it's like it makes you tense and uncomfortable. And for men especially, they don't like being penetrated. So the penetrating thing on the first date is just a sure way to not get a second date. So if that's something you've been doing, recognize that, just stop it, because it is ending your first dates right then and there. No. And okay, so that is you know, cut the interview. Last thing, this is another thing that if you're not doing number 4, if you're struggling with having second dates and you're not doing number 4, it's likely you're not doing number 5. So number 5 is to flirt, right? And flirting, I understand that it's very, it's hard because no one really teaches you how to flirt. And I really don't know whether, I mean, I guess it's something that we do need to be taught, because obviously it's not innate, because everyone would be doing it. But I suggest that if you don't have a lot of experience flirting, you need to watch romantic movies. You need to get away from the sci-fi, leave the action. I mean, action's good. They usually have at least a little couple in there. But, you know, get into the romance, you know, genre. Get into the rom-coms and see what those women are doing. That seems to be, and that's with like more of like posturing and eye contact, and they're very subtle things, so you have to make sure you're looking for them. Look for women that kind of have a similar, you know, personality or energy to you, so you don't feel like you're coming out of character too much. But eye contact, of course, is one. Smiling, you definitely want to smile. And playful jokes. Sometimes they can work. Very playful though. I'm so nervous, you know, like that's a playful little thing there, like just to kind of play. But you definitely don't want to be into like, oh, you know, roasting, like you're roasting your date, or you're going back and forth, like, oh, you're getting them, oh, like, no, those are not good things. A lot of times if you've been friends, you know, you tend to be friend zoned a lot. It could be that you're doing that and you come off as a friend. He doesn't see you as, you know, a potential partner. He sees you as someone to roast. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same. It's not the same thing at all. So you want to make sure that you're coming in, you know, offering the energy that you want to be offering in the, you know, in the tenure of the situation together. Yeah, no rude jokes, no insults. That's critical for your playful jokes and flirting. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. That's everything I've written down. Any bonus tips I can give you? I found that being successful in dating really requires you sometimes to think outside the box. Sometimes a lot of people are trying too hard to impress the person that's in front of them, especially on first dates. Yes, we want to visually, we want to dazzle and impress. They're not quite the same thing. You want to dazzle, of course. But dazzle doesn't mean that, you know, impress is like, oh, okay, I'm going to rate this thing. Is it 10 out of 10 or is it 5 out of 10? But dazzle, when something's dazzling, it's like, oh, that's a 15 out of 10. I don't know why, but it is. And no one's asking any questions about it. Because the dazzling thing knows that it's dazzling. So everyone's on the same page. So if you want to go on a date, you know, I want you to be authentic and real and true, but, you know, make sure that you're coming in, you know, thinking about what kind of man you're trying to attract, what kind of dynamic you're trying to create in your relationship, or what dynamic you're trying to foster or have. And most importantly, you know, how much fun am I having? How can I make this more fun? How can I make this more fun for everybody? It's fun for everybody. So hopefully those 5 tips help you guys. Till next time.